Guys, and welcome back to another Access Center 2 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview, and I'm here with Darryl Bath. Darryl, how are we?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you very much for coming on the channel.
No problem at all, mate.
Brilliant. And so am I right in saying you're a 28-year-old middleweight who's 2-0?
That's all right, mate, yeah.
Nice one. So we'll just get straight into it then. So start off with the question which you always like to start off with. Why did you start boxing?
So I started boxing quite late. I started when I was 18. It was just pretty much down to getting in trouble and all that kind of stuff as we went through. So I started I went to the local boxing club from there, just really to try to stay out of trouble, start off with. And that was how I started. And then just kind of fell in love with it from there, mate, really.
And I mean, of course, that kind of story is quite similar, but just, I suppose now you're a little bit older and stuff, just if like looking back at it, and I suppose for other parents who are maybe seeing their kids get in trouble and stuff, would you recommend something like boxing?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I always say that to people. It's like, I always say, get your son in the gym, get your daughter in the gym, whatever. It's something I'll push my little brother to start. He's 12 now, so I'm looking to get him into boxing fully. It's just a good way of keeping them out of trouble, and it's also like the fact that they can look after themselves and build their confidence on that kind of side.
Of course. And so, just going down, trip down memory lane, I suppose. Do you remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
So my first amateur fight was actually quite flashy. It was down there, Troxy in London.
Okay.
So I went from, I won that one, and then that was the first fight. Loved it. Didn't realise how hard it was until the first fight, and then didn't have any nerves for it or anything like that. But the second fight was different. Then you realise how hard it is. It's a bit different than sparring, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that puts the pressure on you a bit.
Yeah, of course. And so, I suppose just from your whole amateur career, what would you say was your biggest achievement?
So probably just I won like the Hampshires, done Southern area stuff like that. Done well on that. But yeah, probably that, mate. To be honest with you, as you went through.
Yeah, of course. And so, how many amateur fights did you end up racking up?
So I think it was 26. Yeah, about 26 was about half and half record. That was alright. Yeah, it didn't do too bad.
Yeah, solid record. And suppose, why did you end up turning professional when you did?
It was down to a lot of people which just said like my style was more suited to the professional game as it was. And I've definitely noticed that. I definitely feel a lot better as a pro than I did as an amateur. Like the style, the pace, the tempo, the rounds, everything. I just enjoy it a lot more. It suits me so much better.
That's good to hear. And so, of course, now you're 2-0. And so, would you say that you performed your best on your debut or on your most recent fight?
So I feel like I boxed better on my debut for sure. My second fight, I had a slight elbow injury going into it, which couldn't get the sparring in. I wanted to get in, I couldn't, and then from the second round, it was really sort of, I could hardly throw the jab from there. So I definitely said the first one, yeah.
And I suppose as you did have that kind of adversity that you faced, is it gonna make it a bit further along down the line, if you do kind of see a problem like that again, then you'll know maybe not to take that kind of fight?
Yeah, 100%. It's just the experience as you go through it. It's good to go through it now, and it kind of switches you on a bit more, realizing it's not just an easy game. It's hard out there, so it's good to get that switch on early to make you focus a little bit more.
Definitely. And I know you said that even in your first amateur fight you didn't really face many nerves, but I suppose going into your second fight, I don't know if you faced many nerves in your first fight, but would you say that you were feeling a lot more comfortable, I suppose, in your second fight?
Yeah, I felt, to be honest with you, for my first and second fights, I've not felt any nerves going into it. Like I get more nervous on the lead up, the build up itself, like further out. But when I get closer and I feel good, then I'm confident by the time I get in there. So yeah, I enjoy being out there and being under the lights, all that kind of stuff.
Brilliant. And so, what would you say is your current motivation?
Um, it's it's just to see what I can achieve. To be honest,
Mm.
it's always like to push yourself to make everyone around you proud, kind of stuff, and just get as far as possible, and just roll the dice, see where you go, kind of thing. See how far I can get.
Mm. Of course, and I mean, you've got a fight coming up soon. July 8th is the date, and so overall, how's preparations been going?
So we just started really.
Mm.
So it's just we done some sparring during the week last week. What felt good.
Mm.
So it's just the start of the camp at the moment. But yeah, everything's going good. Everything's nice. I feel strong. I feel good already. So it's
Mm.
nice to get through.
Good to hear. And so, I mean, I don't know how difficult it is for you to be making weight and stuff like that. And I know certain fighters struggle early on with their weight, but do you ever kind of find them problems or not really?
Yeah. So I feel like my last fight, I just, I took it too easy making weight. I just kind of didn't take it serious enough.
Mm.
So this time through, I'm taking it a lot more serious. Speaking to nutritionists, getting them on board to help me make the weight better. So I don't want to feel, I want to make sure by the time I get there, I'm still strong, still fit,
Mm.
still all good to go through that whole fight.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, you've got quite a while to prepare for this, and how nice is it to have that good long camp?
Yeah, you don't normally get this amount of time to
Mm.
know how long you've got, especially this early on.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got no excuses this time through at all.
Mm. Of course. And so, do you happen to know your opponent yet, or not quite yet?
Not yet, mate. No,
Okay. Okay.
still waiting to get like that.
Yep. And so, just for anybody who might be coming to watch this fight of yours, what would you say makes yourself interesting as a fighter?
It's I'll come forward. I'm on the
Mm.
front foot. I'm looking there to throw big shots, big heavy shots. Definitely take one to land one kind of star. It's just I want to entertain people. I don't want to. I don't want to be boxing and moving. I want to be
Mm.
there in front of you, just having it.
Mm. Good to hear. And so, is there any kind of fighter which you might base your style upon?
Uh maybe. See, I love Canelo, but
Mm.
yeah, you can't really base that. So it could be like a pound land Canelo.
Okay.
So I should go for it.
Okay, okay, no, it's still good. And so, I mean, you're just kind of at the beginning of your career at the moment, and so are you wanting to have quite an active year this year?
That's the plan. Yeah, as long
Mm.
as we can stay injury free, healthy, and just really just push through and set up for a big year next year.
Mm.
That'd be the plan, 100%.
Mm. Brilliant. And I mean, you've kind of touched upon this already, but how far do you believe you can go in the sport?
Uh Honestly, I've got no um limit towards that. I'll
Mm.
just to see how I go, mate. I
Mm.
feel uh I just want to win what I can, kind of thing, and
Mm.
we'll just see where we'll go.
Mm.
Roll the dice and see where we go from there.
Mm. Of course, brilliant. Okay, well, I'll leave with this final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
Just pretty much the fight coming up.
Mm.
July 8th, Mountbatten Centre in Portsmouth on the Lucas Bannon undercard. Just I want as many people there supporting as possible. So the tickets will be next week. So just everyone give me a shout when they want tickets. Pretty much,
Mm.
we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, and so thank you very much for doing this, mate. Maybe a little bit further along down the line we can come and have you back on.
Of course, yeah, no problem at all.
Brilliant. Okay, well, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like it, and thanks for watching.